en la ciencia.
Did I have my background music on? Hi, chat. Hi, hello. How you guys doing? Hold on, do I have? Yeah, I have it on. Yep, I got it going on. All right, what's up there, chat? Listen, let me get this out of the way. I am going to do my reaction, not really to ABBA, not really to well, I will do it to ABBA and Libby and the women reaction. I'm tired of y'all getting on my nerves in the comments. You're not gonna talk about the ABBA. My opinion hasn't changed. My opinion hasn't changed. Okay. All right. I guess you all want me to go into detail. But when I'm going to say it again, and I know, ladies, we have veered off because this channel is mainly for women, but we do stuff that men like too. As you can see, they love when I go after Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual, by the way, just in case y'all didn't know that. Myron Gaines is gay. I know you all are you're enjoying, the ladies are enjoying it too, but please understand, like, there are content I do that's female centered. And I want my community, the men should have dick discipline. That's what I teach the men of my community. Powerful men have dick discipline. Every powerful man I know, and I don't consider Elon a powerful man. I consider him a wealthy man, but he ain't powerful. Because anytime you can make other men make you grovel at the feet, you're not really powerful. You just got money, which in itself has power attached to it. But if you was just a regular guy, you wouldn't have no power. I consider powerful people, like, even if they were just making, they were making medium, if they was just making what is the average wage now? I don't know, right? A man knows how to handle his business. He knows how to move strategically. And I'm only going after my dad, so I'm only going after what I watched my dad. Now, my dad was not a good man to men, to women, but he was a good man to men, and he was a good image of a man in his church and his community, and even in extended family. Now, when it came to his relationships and my mom and my stepmom, oh, he was a dog. But I want everyone to understand that I expect men to move differently than women. And I do not subscribe to this notion that men are all powerful and we're just some little old helpless women. Oh, he nutted in me, but I couldn't tell him no. He was going to get mad. Let him get mad. Let him get mad. I don't understand this. So I'm gonna do the video. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna upload it tomorrow. I'll probably have this on, because I already pre-recorded a video about teaching women how to not let men nut in you. So I went back to listen, and I heard something and I didn't pay attention the first time. So when Abba was talking, Abba said him and Libby talked about what happens if you get pregnant. What would you do? Why would you have that conversation if you're not trying to have a baby? So this is why I blame Libby for most of this. I blame Libby 90% of this. Because have the dumbass heifer who doesn't want to have. So I want you to understand. She allowed Abba to come into her because she wanted the same thing that Daisy wanted. So I'm going to have to eat crow. I know LT going to like this. Don't tell him I said this, but he's right. This is similar. I take it back. Libby and Daisy are cut from the same cloth, except one is an escort and one is a neurologist. No, what did y'all say? She's a powerful nurse or something? Neurologist? She's a neurologist nurse or something like that? They both wanted something from black men. Marriage. They did not want to be a single baby mama. Now, I believe Daisy was about that money and green card, where Libby was about status. She just didn't want to be a single mother. That would be shunned and would look down upon her with her culture. And since those two Asian women did not get what they want, they went Nina said the dumbest neurologist I've ever seen. Hold on, what you guys are saying? Papa Tree was powerful enough to get two women to take them. Yeah, ain't that something? I want you guys to understand that that our past do form who we are. But if I can do it, you can do it. You as women should not be in your 30s still like chasing a guy who blocked you. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? No. Because if you block me, which I've never had a boyfriend block me. I've never had that. I've never had to block a boyfriend. Hold on, let me think. No, no, I think uh no, I did have to block one past boyfriend because I remember all his voicemail going, all his messages going to voicemail. So the block back then was when you get blocked, it will go right to voicemail. It wouldn't like block you, right? It's not easy to say keep your legs closed. Let me defend women who like to have sex. Women who like to have sex, they just don't they enjoy it, and especially if they get a guy that's really good, which seems which seems no, let's hear me out, which seems to be rare because now it's a fashionable thing for men to be lazy in the bedroom. And ladies, if you get a man who's not handling his business in the bedroom, get rid of him. Get rid of him. The hell? Y'all making this too hard. It's really not that hard. So I have a video coming out on Monday. The video on Sunday is going to set it up. And so I'm going to do this video on Sunday so you're going to shut up and thinking I'm like avoiding the conversation. I'm not avoiding the conversation because I really haven't changed my mind, except that I will concede that this is the same. Daisy went and got other white women that fresh got pregnant. Libby crazy ass did the same thing. Libby was looking for the marriage, and Daisy was looking for a marriage. And so that's what I'm saying. Y'all having this, I didn't even pick that up about, what you have a low sperm count. So let's talk about what happens if you get married, if you get a baby. Why are you wait a minute. Why are you having that conversation? Also, stop. Ladies, if you keep hold on. If you keep your legs closed during the courting phase of the of the courtship, you won't be falling deep in love. Also, I didn't think pair bonding was real, and now I realize it is. You know why? Because y'all letting these men nut in you, and you are allowing his essence, his personality, his mindset, his energy, his baggage. You got all that nasty gook up in your coochie. And then next thing you know, you can't get them out of your mind because you ain't got them out of your body. Our uterus, our vajayjay, is our generator. It is our central headquarters. Y'all should guard it like Fort Knox. So if you refrain from having sex, now it depends. Now, if you're a woman who's like, I'm not looking for a serious relationship, I just want to just get freaky, I just want to get my rocks off. Okay, then do you, but use a condom because STDs are real. All right, so you're not in a monogamous relationship. So if you're not in a monogamous relationship, don't have unprotected sex. Okay. Don't have unprotected sex if you are not in a monogamous relationship. But if you're in a monogamous relationship, all right, one, get an STD test together, get the results together, and then two, don't let them nut in you. I never had a man nut in me, and maybe that's why I didn't believe in pair bonding, because I was like, I never pair bond with any man ever. I never pair bond. But then again, I thought like, I never let no man, I never wanted kids. So there's no purpose for him skeeting inside of me. And by the way, it's nasty, and it makes your coochie stink, and it makes your coochie itch, and it throws off your pH levels, which make you more receptive to getting bacterial vaginosis, HPV, and all that other nasty stuff. So no, stop letting them just stop it. So had these women done that, we wouldn't even be having no ABBA exposed video. So yeah, just expect me to put most of the blame on these dumbass women. But I will say something very I will give black women their flowers. Because as a black woman, when I look at that, I was like, couldn't be me.
Boom, headshot.
And it looks like it couldn't be other black women either.
Boom, headshot.
White women, I'm going to help you. My white sisters, no. That's why I'm here. We are here to help our white sisters. We're here to help our white sisters learn how to get that attitude that black and Latina and Hispanic women have. You know what I'm saying? We are here to teach you how we would not put up with what y'all put up with. That's the reason why they want you submissive. Because when you're submissive, and I'm not saying like there's nothing wrong if you're naturally submissive, okay? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that these men say crazy stuff to you to break down they say crazy things to break down your confidence. And they do it online all the time. You just got to understand, like, this is a horny man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they call us hoes. Do you understand that's their ultimate fantasy, is that they want us to be hoes? Because hoes are easy to screw. Not all hoes, by the way. But when if they think you're a hoe, they're like, there's a chance for them. That's when I tell you men love hoes, men love hoes. So when they call you one, it's a compliment. Don't take it as an insult. Don't take it as an insult. Okay? Also, black women, they want to sit up here and say, oh, you black women are undesirable. I've never had a problem. And I'm supposed to be, based upon my height, I am supposed to be less likely to match up with men. I'm supposed to be, according to these racist men and these red pill men, I'm black, I'm extremely tall, all right, and I'm dominant. I'm supposed to be the less likely woman to even get anybody. I'm like, I've never noticed it. And then they'll say, well, you look like a man. I said, of course I look like a man to a bitch, okay?
Boom,
Because you want me to bend you over with one of my strap-ons. That's what that is. You always, I'm going to look like a man to a bitch. That's why they like T-girls. They love trans women. When y'all hear about these men get caught up with trans women, yeah, they like that. So every time these men want to call us men, take it as a compliment. And I say, well, thank you for letting me know that you are female, that you are biatch. Okay. Listen, I grew up in the hood, honey. We had to play the dozens when I was growing up. There's nothing anybody can say is going to hurt my feelings. My skin is thicker than elephant hide. You cannot hurt my feelings. One, I don't know you. Strangers can never hurt my feelings. I don't know who the hell you are. My enemies can never hurt my feelings either. So this talk, like, what? You can't break my, and ladies, you got to be mindful of that. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break you down. They're trying to make you angry. They're trying to make you feel ashamed, to give you a complex. Stick around with me, honey. I'll get your self-esteem back. Now, also, let's be clear. There are some women that, okay, let me give a disclaimer. I am not saying all women. 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 There are women who are supposed to be used and walked over. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. There are some women who are supposed to run things. There are some women who are supposed to be team players. And there are some women who are supposed to be leaders. There are some women who are supposed to be pick-me-shas, and there are some women who are supposed to be gold diggers. There are some women who are supposed to be fitty-fitty or Barbara the Builder, and there are some women who are supposed to have that soft life. All of us are not here to live a perceptive life. Like, we're not all here to live that soft life where we're taken care of and we don't have to work and not, we can go fly on a private jet. That's not that's not what we're all supposed to do. We're all not supposed to struggle and survive with 3 kids by 2 different men living on welfare. That's not what we all supposed to do. You know a woman's life purpose when you see her doing the same damn thing in her 20s that she's doing in her 30s and 40s.
Boom,
If you in your damn 30s still getting pregnant, getting abortion, having long ass SADMs, talking about myself, I thought you loved me. I thought you were gonna be with me. I thought we were gonna be together. That's your life, girl. That's your purpose, is to be used and abused and thrown away like trash. That's your purpose. When you're young, and this goes out to the young ladies, you gotta excuse, because 1, your brain hasn't fully developed yet. 2, you have very little life experience. That's what aunties and the besties, all the women who have lived that life experience, we're here to teach you what to do and what not to do. We are here to guide you if you want it. But we also understand that there are some women who are supposed to live that dog life. Roof, roof, earth, earth. You're supposed to walk like a dog. You're supposed to be kicked like a dog. You can be loved like a dog, pet on your head like a dog, eat dog food, drink out the toilet. We understand that's your life because you're doing it in your 30s. 20s is when you, first of all, in your teens is when you're messing up and you're immature and you're low self-esteem and you're beginning to, put the finishes touches on your foundation. In your 20s is when you're supposed to make your mistakes. You're supposed to make your mistakes and do crazy stuff, but also you're supposed to live your life, do your traveling, be adventurous. Be careful though if you're a woman. And then once you get 27, you're supposed to dial that crazy enough stuff down and start saying, what do I want to do now? Or if you haven't decided already, should have decided by then. And then you start moving into who you are in your womanhood. Your 30s, now you know better because you got 30 years underneath your belt. You should know how you want your life. You should know what you want. Do you want kids? Do you want marriage? Do you want to be having a career? What do you want to be, a millionaire? Do you want to be a 100,000aire? You should be able to know what you want by then. And then in your mid to late 40s, you should be able to be halfway there living it if you're not living it already. But if you in your mid to late 30s, getting pregnant, taking Plan B, getting abortions. Notice I said abortions. That's your life purpose. You are what we call a spunk dumpster. That's your purpose in life. Okay? So I don't want to hear, I don't want to really hear anything else after I do this video. I'm done because I'm always blame the woman unless he took the condom off during the process of having sex with her. That's not her fault. That'd be 100% his fault. If he R-worded her, again, 100% his fault. Send him to jail. But if you voluntarily let a man skeet in you, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. It's disgusting. And I look at Libby. I'm going to say as we're going to get to the video. I look at Libby and I look and I go, ew. Imagine how many men she allowed to skeet at her. And men, you should be worried too. You should, if you get a girl that lets you skeet in her, you got to ask yourself, how many other men did she allow to do that to her too? But then again, we understand y'all don't care because what? Y'all like hoes. Y'all like that stuff. That stuff turns you on. Nasty asses. As a Christian, listen, Lollipop, when you hear a woman say Christian, I'm going to tell you when I hear that now. And I don't mean this to offend any Christians. Let me just say this. But when I hear a woman saying I'm a Christian, all I hear is a woman who made a whole lot of mistakes that she regrets, and now she wants to be absolved of those decisions by saying I's Christian. Listen, we all make mistakes, but you don't have to ruin your life be a hypocrite by now being like, I'm a Christian now. Shut up. We all made mistakes. You being a Christian don't work no more. A lot of times people hear I'm a Christian and first thing we do is we hold tight to our purse. Because we know you will steal. And if a men hear that you're a Christian, they go, oh, I bet you I could get her to suck my ding-a-ling.
Boom, headshot.
All I gotta do is take her to Burger King and get her number 7. I can get my knob slobbed real quick. They don't respect any woman that said, they just don't. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. If you don't believe me, go up to some guy and say, if you meet a woman, if she says she's a Christian, how soon do you think you can get her to suck your ding-a-ling? Ask that question. You got to ask it like that. Don't say, how long do you think you can make love? Don't say that. Just say, if you meet a woman, she says, I'm a Christian, how soon do you think you can get her to suck you off? We are aware of the last chance Christian women. Cough, cost Isabella Moody. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, nobody's buying. Y'all can stop converting to Christianity now. It's not working. And nobody cares. And now they think you more easy. Also, men like that as a challenge. They're like, oh, you're a Christian? Okay. They like it. They want to see. He said number 7 get a real. Bar Billy, shut up. So anyway. Yeah, men love to hear that you're a Christian. They know you are more likely to give it up. Have you all not? Hold on. Last thing. I know I keep saying last thing. Press 1 is if you hear a woman say, my daddy is a preacher. If you think that she is promiscuous. Press 2 if you hear a woman say, my daddy is a preacher, you think she is a virgin and she will be a virgin till her marriage and her honeymoon. Okay, so if you have the daughter of a preacher is very promiscuous, what the hell do you think saying I'm a Christian as a woman going to do? Look at all 10 of my, listen, can we give it up to all 10 of my chatters in my chat? Listen, let me say something. I am proud to have 10 people in my chat, okay? I love every last one of you. Thank you so much for being my 10, okay? I'm glad to have 10 people in my chat. 10 people. Hey, we are a close family. We are a close family. All 10 of us. We don't need 500. What's up, Jay? We don't need to be 500 and 10,000 deep. It's just 10 of us. We are family. Hey, 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 hey. I got all my sisters and brothers with me. Do, 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 do. That's right. I like my 10 people. Only men. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If a man is more concerned about my subscriber count than his bank account, something's wrong. I was like, I don't care. Do you know how many YouTube channels I have? And everybody, listen, guys, don't feel sorry for me. Because some of y'all was in there defending me. Excuse me, she has 2 channels that has over 100,000 subscribers, and her first political channel has over 70,000. I like, don't do that. No, I'm not bothered. It doesn't bother me. I'm not hating. I'm not angry. Nothing. Anybody who's interested in doing YouTube, let me tell you the secret to being successful on YouTube: consistency and finding a niche that you love. I am over politics. I am so burnt out from politics. I'm done with politics. I love teaching women. I love going after red pill losers like Myron Gaines. And just in case you guys didn't know, Myron Gaines is a homosexual. Okay. I like to fight, and you don't have any women in this space that like to fight. And when I meet other women that like to fight, like Brittany, but Brittany fights some red pillars and then she fight other people, right? So it's rare that you find women that like to fight the bad guys. I like to fight bad guys. That's what it says on my bio. I'm the bully's bully. I like to bully bullies. And I'm very sadistic, so I want to cause bad people pain. So, yeah. But anyway, okay. Let's get into the whole thing with academics, and because this was requested, but it was important. But again, ladies, please spread this message. Can my community of women start spreading this message? Don't let him finish inside you. Please watch my video that will be released this Monday that will go into more specifics. I want us to be the women that don't have to deal with this nonsense of, hi, I'm Libby, and I had an abortion because I was blocked 85,000 times, and I didn't know if he was the right guy, blah, 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 blah. Oh, crazy ass. Boy, listen, don't y'all ever think I don't like being black. Every time I see these crazy ass non-black women sit up here and cry about what some damn man did or didn't do, I go, God damn, I'm glad I'm alive. Or don't have sex until you're married. Well, can we compromise, Nikki? Can we compromise? Don't have sex until you're engaged. Can we do that? Because I got to practice what I preach. Okay? I got to practice what I cannot advocate for women to wait until their marriage to give up the coochie. I didn't do it. I waited till I got engaged. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Okay, I don't want y'all to get me. I don't want gazillion videos made about me. But like, wait a minute now. Tree, I'm waiting till you get married to get her set. Like, she didn't do that. So I'm not gonna know. But I want women of all races to understand it's your coochie. They want it. You call the shots. And why don't y'all have sex talk anyway before you even do? Tell them, listen, I like it this position, I like it this style, and I like this done first. If you like condom, if they must wear a condom, let them know right then and there, and tell them, and then start doing them threats like, and if you take the condom off while we're having sex, I'm gonna file rape charges. I'm gonna call the police. If you come at me, I'm gonna call the police. And I got evidence inside me, okay, right there. It's like, yeah, come on, y'all know how to speak up. Y'all know how to speak up any other time. Listen, when he cheat on you, you know how to speak up. Isn't that something? Look at this. Women sit up here and say, well, I didn't want to make him uncomfortable, but when he cheat on your ass, you can't shut up. Everybody got to hear about it. But you ain't got that same energy when you want to lay down the line. Okay? All right, let's get down to it. All right. So I got that content coming for y'all on Sunday and on Monday. So so people can shut up about me not doing a ABBA and his baby ex-mate. What? Y'all can't call them baby mamas if one had a miscarriage and the rest of them aborted. So I'm going to call them ABBA and his hoes.
Boom! Headshot!
That's what I'm going to call them. Because sound like some pimp game to me. All these women getting together, having what do they call it? I've been pumped and dumped by ABBA support group. I has the baby, he with the pappy, and I had an abortion, and I'm bitter. Yeah, a whole meeting, TG. So I'm just saying, ladies, you can have that pimp game too. Listen, please don't think it's just one-sided. Three almost mamas and one sex worker. I forgot about her. Low nut count with no condoms. But see, who's that? Lord Tom. Absolutely, this is why women should not let a man nut in them. That's absolutely 100%. 100%. I'm not even going to tell you you're wrong. You are absolutely right. Hence why these women need to stop letting men nut in them. It don't serve them no. If you ain't trying to get pregnant, what's the purpose of you nutting in them? And women need to start thinking selfish when it comes to sex, because men going to always get their orgasms. A lot of you women are not getting your orgasms. I feel so sorry for y'all. I want to give you a hug, because it feels so good to have that release. Gosh. Now, I don't want my celibate women to feel bad either, okay? I don't want my celibate. Listen, you want to hear some good news to my celibate women? You are the most powerful of all of us. Did y'all know that? All the women who are celibate, you are more powerful than all of us. Let me explain. You are not giving your energy away to men. See, remember what I told you? Our coochie and the opening of our vajayjay is the wall socket. And we have all this energy, okay, behind that wall socket. That is where the energy resides. And in order for a lamp to work, it has to plug itself into the wall socket to feed energy from the holes in the socket through the cord to illuminate the light bulb in the lamp. This is why, and you ladies who are sexually active can understand this, when you have had sex, especially if it was really good, what happened? Woo! Man, you in a coma. You know why you in a coma? Because he zapped your energy. Now, if you know some good tantra moves, you can take it back. But we'll get to that. It's baby steps. It's baby steps. Okay, it's baby steps. But men can do it too, though. Men can do it too, but men don't want to hear about celibacy. So I'm gonna tell it to women. So women, the energy that you use to abstain from sex, you can use it to manifest your goals, whether it is to learn a new craft, whether it is to acquire a new financial level, whether it's to obtain property, whether it's to go to school and get a PhD or a master's. You can use it to manifest anything you want because you are the generator. You're generating from your Kundalini energy down there in that area and make it come and energize throughout your body to make you a better person. But a lot of times that energy is going into the person who's plugging into us. You are all powerful because of that. So I don't want you to think because we're talking about sex that, we think we're better than you. Actually, you are healthier than us. Okay, you are powerful, and you can manifest things quicker and faster. You just have to take that energy and focus. You can focus that energy on the gym or a marathon. You can focus it on any health goals you may have. The world is yours. It's unlimited. So I just want to give you your flowers too. Okay. All right. Now let's watch these two idiots. I don't like academics, so let me get that out of the way. I don't like academics. And yeah, I know I don't like no Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual. But we're going to listen to this because somebody sent me a clip and they said, is this true? Now, mind you, academics doesn't understand the law. And please stop y'all thinking that Myron was a field, when he was in Homeland Security, that he was on the field. Myron was behind the desk. He was a pencil pusher. That's the reason why when Nick Fuentes pushed that Jewish lady down the stairs, right? Myron dumbass talking about some, this case gonna get dropped because, everybody was harassing him, doxing him, and therefore he was afraid of his life. If you open your door to somebody who's knocking on the other side that you think is a threat, that's hostile, you're not scared for your life. And I said Myron don't know what he's talking about because he doesn't understand the law. And sure enough, Nick Fuentes did a plea bargain because he knew he was going to be found guilty, and he did his community service. And then a Jewish lady ended up dropping the charges anyway. As someone who's been celibate my whole life, that means so much to me. Well, you're welcome. Listen, make us proud and put that energy to use because sometimes, not all of y'all, some of y'all have that energy and you don't do nothing with it. Now that's bad. I'm not religious, so I don't believe in sin. But if I was, I would say that's sinful because you should do what's in your best interest. You should do what's really You should do everything that makes you the better person and everything like that. I always thought he was a janitor. Jay said, I always thought he was a janitor, and that's why he didn't want to tell nobody nothing. Unfortunately, I went and checked it out. I did do some background check on Myron. He did work for Homeland Security, but he wasn't a field agent. So that's the reason why he doesn't know anything about the law. And he's going to say some wrong things here too. And I'm here as a former police officer who did work on the field. Well, obviously, nobody hires a police officer to get behind a desk. So let's go ahead and watch this. This is pretty long, so you're going to catch me fast forwarding it. Okay? When they start talking about stuff, okay? Y'all sure he wasn't a mall cop? Oh, I wish. If he was, he'll be a terrible mall cop. Could you imagine this lanky ass man in a mall cop uniform?
Reacting to the conversation we had with Chud the Builder. About Chud the Builder. I think the conversation went a little bit elsewhere, but it was for me, I thought it was I'm usually the person that is never, I'm not like Tariq Nasheed where it's like, yo, and I think that's another place where Sneeko did a misstep because I think he approached it like I was going to come with this black victimhood thing. And I was like, no, I'm not defending none of those points. What I'm defending here is that we have a certain individual, right? Whether you I don't know how you kind of grade racial relations within, among races at this point. I think they're better than a couple years ago when people were rioting. And this guy is going out of his way, and he's using something that would seem legal, but it's not legal. He's saying, it's my freedom of speech to be using slurs to offend you.
It's not legal in the South, and I don't know why can somebody please tell them that down here in the South, I do know in Georgia, because I was a police officer in Georgia, so I know about Georgia law. And I was told that the same law that they have here about the fighting words clause is applicable and applies in Tennessee. Let me explain. If I'm walking down the street and this guy say, oh, hey, sexy mama, white guy, by the way. Hey, sexy mama, what you doing? Like, dude, get away from me. And he comes up to me, he say, what you say? How dare you turn me down? I was like, fuck, F you. And he's like, oh, F you, you N-word with the hard R. He won't say N-word with the You jigger. You jigger. And if I kick him in the ding-ding real hard and he falls to the ground and he called the popo and the popo show up and he say, she kicked me in the ding-ding, I would just look at the police officer and say, he called me a jigger. And I kicked him in the ding-ding. I ain't gonna get arrested for that's assault, by the way. I ain't gonna get arrested for assault. That's, you cannot walk up to people and provoke them like that. Now he can talk about my mama. He can sit up here and say that my dress looks stupid and stuff like that. But there is a list. There is a list of words that are initiated. It means in fighting words. And by the way, the N word isn't the only one. Hold on, what? There's I don't want to type the fighting word list because I can't show it on YouTube. I'll get in trouble. YouTube has gotten really, really, really strict, ladies and gentlemen. The B word is not on that list. I think if you call, there's a derogatory word for poor whites, and it ain't trailer trash, it ain't cracker, it's something else. Anyway, There's some words that you call somebody that was going to incite them to fight you. And that's going to incite them to hit you, and they don't go to jail. Those are words that are down here in the South. Academics don't live in Georgia or Tennessee, and Myron is a Sudanese idiot who doesn't know his ass from his mouth. Okay. Oh, F word. Oh, thank you. TJ, the F word is one of the fighting words too. What's the H word? So yeah, I don't like academics. I'm not a academics. Yeah, the F word is also another fighting word. So you got two guys who don't really know nothing about the law. So that's what I'm going to tell you about. Okay.
Piss you off, get you to a point that you could possibly, someone provoke you to, you could possibly attack me. And if you do it, man, I got this gun on my hip, I'm gonna put your brains on the pavement. And so Sneeko hopped on, and his opinion was this, and I guess you could chime in after that. Yep. But this was the brunt of the debate. He said, well, here's the thing. He's like, I don't necessarily agree with what Shut the Builder does. However, I do think that, the black community or any community that allows a word to have like that much power, they should almost nerf the word, just like, repurpose it, or when people use it, just don't take offense.
Now, we already know that these people are hypocrites, because if you called Sneeko a cuck, he will lose his mind. If you call him a terrorist, he hates it. Also, Akademiks did a decent job showing him that he cares about words. So there's a lot of words that Muslims don't like. And we already saw that Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual, doesn't like when you call him a mutard. A mutard. I didn't even know that was a word. I thought they just call them apostates. Did you know when everybody was like calling when Myron and I was fighting and everybody called him a mutard, I was like, what the hell is a mutard? No, not hunky. Hunky's not it. Hunky's not a fighting word. I think hunky's a fun word to say, actually. I think it's... Does any white person consider a hunky a slur? I'm sorry. When I hear that word, I just think about a horn with a big old red ball. They go honk 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 honk. That's what I like. I know. Do y'all remember them horns that the clowns would have? Honk honk. Like it's not a derogatory word. That's the reason why black people don't use it. Black people don't use hunky. They just it's not a derogatory word. I'm gay. Can I call someone an F? Yeah, you can, because you're gay, but it's different. Hunky just made me think of poor whites. Yeah, but it's not a fighting word slur, and I don't even really consider it a slur, because out of all the word, like you don't hear blacks calling white people that. They call them so many other worse things, but they don't use that because hunky sounds fun. It's a funny word. You can't. It's not even something that a white person would get mad at, because you're like, okay. But anyway, what was I about to say? And we know that because Myron hates to be called mutad, which is another word for apostate. So these guys are hypocrites. Okay? Mayo monkey is my favorite. I'm sorry. That's my favorite. That's when I'm racist. Listen, when I'm racist, a mortad. Okay. When these white supremacists, these racists come into my especially when Myron and I were fighting back and forth, and his white supremacist was in there calling us monkeys. I call white people monkeys too, but I call them mayo monkeys or mayonnaise monkeys. I've never. You all need to stop thinking that monkey means y'all need to stop thinking that monkey means black people. Come on now. I call everybody monkeys. A monkey is not designated to no one race. The same thing with chimping out. There was a conservative Latina, and TJ was here to see that fight. A conservative Latina, she wants to get extra anti-Jew in my daggone thread that had nothing to do with Jews. And me and her had a fight. And I told you I'm really good at it. And I said, stop chimping there. Her Linda Catalina. I told her, she's Latina, by the way. She's Latin. And I said, stop chimping out. And she said, a black woman telling me to stop chimping out? Yeah, I did. Now what? Blue screen. Blue screen. Because I'm like, who told you that chimping out mean only black people? That goes for everybody. I've never designated those words to no one race. Everybody can get that. Everybody can get that chimping out. Every race can get it. Every race can be called a monkey. Every last one of them. Okay. So if I'm gonna fight with you, why would I sit up here and let you have all the fun words? So yeah, stop chimping out. And she ended up blocking me, which is fine. But I'm like, girl, you picked a woman who likes to fight. I'm sorry, what? Anyway.
And my point to him was, that's just not, like, if we go back in the history of all etymology, like, that's just not how words are used and repurposed and put into place. If I say certain words to you about whether your religion or your mom or anything that's sacred to you, and also the thing with Chud, when disrespect is intended, even if it wasn't that word, he would have found the word to put the disrespect in. So it's hard to avoid when someone is seeking disrespect. If I said earlier, and I'll throw it to you after this, I said, because I'd seen a small part of, like, I guess you went on a tirade, and you said, well, if there is a little bit of black fatigue. And I said, well, here's the thing. When I look at, like, white people, I do think white people are kind of tired of not being able to be themselves, not being able to, like, be proud of being white. Because historically in the last 10 years,
it's white people that make them that way. This is my thing with white people who feel like they can't be themselves. They have to blame their own race for that. See, I'm heavy into the race conversation, ladies and gentlemen, because that's where politics come from. And so when you get white people who are always the thing about it is white people are now want to sit up here and blame the Jews. And I'm like, the Jews are 1.7% of the population. You can't play that victim card. And then they sit up here and say, I can't say what I want to say. Who turns you in? Who gave Chud the Builder? And I'm not saying this is a fault. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. What I'm saying is that white people are complaining that white people are holding them responsible for the things that they're doing. It's a white judge that gave Chud a 1,250,000 bond. A white judge did that. They appealed it, and a different white judge reduced it to 1 million. No black judge did this. So when white people do something against a black person on the internet, a white boss fired them. Their white manager suspended them. Their white wife left them. Their white children put them out on the internet and doxed them. It's like they won't hold themselves accountable. Just like I tell black people, hold yourself accountable for things that happen. I tell the same thing with white people. So when white people want to sit up here and complain, black this, black that, blah, 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 I'm like, no. You're the majority of the population. You can't play victim. You can't. When you become the minority, which is going to happen, then you can play the victim. But when you are the majority of the population, you can't play victim, boo-boo. You can't. You just can't. And when the government is majority white, you can't play victim. don't care about the fact that, we got the black fatigue. They have an all-white, compound, whites only, way up there in the sticks of Missouri. Go live up there then. But the thing about it is I want you to understand. Whites want to be able to. I see whites want to be able to do what blacks do, but I see that there's some things blacks look at what white people do and whites look at what black people do. And if you try to separate them, both races will have a fit. Okay. Chud let a black woman peg him. And that black woman said that Chud, also known as Dalton, was surrounded by black men, was considered a brother. He loved black men and women and hanged around but nothing but black people. So when they say it's a thin line between love and hate, I want y'all to know all these races are like that. Who do you think were my number one customers when I was a full-time professional dom that wanted me to beat them, to hang them upside down, okay, I'm not going to tell you all the crazy stuff I did to these men, but these were racist white men that would submit to a black woman and then go out there and call y'all N-words all the time. So it's just like, I want you to, and I've made it known. This is something I have been very upfront about. Like, yeah, I mean, a lot of y'all racists over here, y'all the main ones talking about something. Ooh, can you beat me in a tutu? Ooh, have you ever heard about champagne enemas? Can you do that to me? Can you how much weight do you think you could put it to my balls before I yell out my safe word? Come on now. It's like, they could sit up here and say black women are the least desirable. The hell? That's just a cope. So anyway,
years or so, it has been where it's like, hey, if you're proud to be white, you're proud to be racist, right? And it's almost been like synonymous. And I do see like the tides changed on that. I don't have a problem necessarily with that. I have a problem when they're trying to combine those movements with a guy who's not like, if he was walking up to white people, be like, yo, we're fucking white, we're proud, we're Americans. And if that was his thing and he's going viral, I don't think he gets his backlash. Is that he makes his movement diametrically opposed to black people, trying to put them down and also trying to assert why he's proud to be who he is. And that's why I thought it was a bad representative of any argument that anyone could have trying to support him. And the sneak argument happened. What say you?
Yeah, so I think it's important, right, to kind of understand that, like, a lot of the clips that go viral from Chud, right, those clips went viral because of the altercation. But obviously, nothing gets clipped when he's having conversations with people, when they're chopping it up about stuff more positive. Oh.
Myron Lyon. Chud does not have a conversation with black people. There's only one clip where he's having a friendly interaction, and that's with I don't know what was wrong with these black women, but Chud was at a gas station and 4 black women were behind him saying, they were like, I don't know, they was giving him love or something. He was like, y'all love, he had it like this, like, y'all love me? Yeah. He like, ain't that something? Did who else saw that clip? Did you all see that clip? It was a clip. And it said black women, something about black women giving Chud love. Oh God, I don't feel like going on. Okay, great. Okay, Boise. Okay, Boise saw it. Okay, TJ saw it. Okay, so that is the only clip. Okay, Lady D. Okay, great. That is the only friendly clip out there of Chud and black people. The only one. And that wasn't even black people. That was just black women. He didn't call them any N-words. He didn't do anything. He was just relishing in their love. Everything else is just confrontational. And then when he has conversations, civilized conversations, he's having civilized conversations with other white people. So, like, y'all got to understand, Myron is a liar. Myron likes to lie. This is a man who told me I blocked him while he's having a fight with me. I saw one, he was passing out food to homeless black people in exchange for the N-word agreement conversation. See, and even that's not friendly. Even that's not friendly. So I'm gonna give homeless black people food so he can call them the N-word or have the N-word agreement. That's what I'm saying. Like, Chud knows that the only way he could be viral was to do something that would make black people mad and white people who don't want to stand up for themselves happy. So it's like, Myron is a liar. Myron is a freaking liar.
Only the negative stuff goes viral. Me and you both know this, being in this industry, that, you know, the good stuff is never clipped, right? When you say things that are positive, where you help people out, they never clip that. They only clip when you're, you know, crashing out on Meek Mill or saying,
Chud ain't never said nothing positive. What you talking about?
and oh, you know, fuck you, Rory, or some other shit. So I think that's important, because us as content creators, we understand that we always get clipped, sometimes at the craziest moments that don't necessarily reflect us. Now, with that said, let me be clear about this. I don't agree walking around and antagonizing people. I think that's probably not a good idea. And I actually messaged him about this as well. Now, with that said, when I talk about Chud and I talk about what just went down with the shooting, I'm speaking from the scope that, based on the information that I saw and what people told me that were actually watching the live stream. Did you hear like what was like the narrative? What was been said?
Please. Well, I've heard one narrative, but I want to hear what you've heard.
Yeah. So basically, from people that watch the stream, it goes down like this: he's walking around, and a group of people, presumably with whoever this guy was there, like pointed at him and started laughing. So he walks over and says, "Hey, you guys like my suit? How's your day? Blah blah blah."
This is outside the courthouse, right? Because that was
It's
also
outside the courthouse.
Okay.
It's in this vicinity. Yeah. One of the guys says, "Hey, get out of here," and he says, "Well, I have the right to be wherever I want to be and walk where I want." Right? Okay. He starts walking away. Then he walks about 50 to 100 feet or yards away, whatever it may be, and the dude walks up to him and says, "I got PTSD. You better not say that I'm going to chimp out or call me the N-word, blah, blah, blah." Right?
Okay.
So he says, "Or what? You're going to chimp out?" And the fucking guy punches him, right? He punches him.
I again, do not buy this message. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that the judges, the prosecutors, saw all of the evidence, saw the cameras, okay? And they said, without a shadow of a doubt, they know without a shadow of doubt they can get themselves a guilty verdict if he doesn't plea bargain, or if he doesn't plea bargain, or if he doesn't plead guilty. They can get a guilty verdict. Hence why they put it out there like that. That's why they kept that bond so high. Now, again, let's just say it was true that Chud said, "Are you gonna chimp out?" And then the black guy hit him. Okay, then you hit him back. You don't go for your gun. That's why he's going to get charged for attempted murder and not aggravated assault. Because you're supposed to be a man. And from my understanding, Chud was bigger than I think the black guy name is Joshua or something like that. Okay. So you're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to hit another man who hits you back. You don't go, "Oh, you hit me, let me get my gun." It don't work that way for men. For men. He's not supposed to have a gun on the courthouse property. I don't think this was courthouse property. I think when he came out of the courtroom, he went to his truck and got his gun and then put it on and then went out and started streaming to antagonize other people. His name is Joshua Fox. Okay, thank you. So, yeah. So this was not courthouse property. I think this was in front of the courthouse, but it's not the same as courthouse property.
The camera falls. You hear some tussling for a few seconds, and then you hear shots fired. Right? Now, when it comes to those facts and circumstances, right? Mm-hmm. That is self-defense. People don't have to. It's
not self-defense. You dumbass, gonzo-looking bastard. You're a man. You cannot bring out a gun when you're fighting another man. Women can, by the way.
Boom, headshot.
Ladies, biology is real. Okay? If you get attacked and you fear for your life, you can pow pow. As a matter of fact, he don't even have to touch you. If you are walking in this direction and you see somebody following you and you walk away and the man is following you, he's bigger than you. You're a woman. Even if he was the same size, men are biologically stronger than us. And if you turn around as a woman, say, leave me alone, and he's heading towards you, bow, bow! Nothing will happen to you. Well, provided that you live in a stand your ground state. Because there are some states that have the duty to retreat. And in those states, you got to go hide underneath a car or something, and then you can shoot them. But you want to know, let me see if you all know this law. Okay, let me see if you know your laws, okay? Okay. Y'all ready for this? This is going to be good. If a man is attacked by another man, what are the circumstances that makes him justified to shoot you as a man? Anybody know this answer? Because these are some good answers, right? If you have a man get physically attacked by another man, and the other man just pulls out a gun. He don't even try to fight. He pulls out his gun. Okay? There you go. 1, he has to be losing consciousness. 2, if he's an elder. 3, if he's disabled.
Boom, headshot.
So if a man is like on, and also if he's injured.
Boom,
so if a man is like in a wheelchair and somebody like pow, 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 pow. Okay? Yep, 2 men, but 1 man is in a physical disadvantage due to being disabled and or an elder. Elder men are not able to protect themselves from younger, stronger men. That's why they have to even the playing field with guns. With a gun, by the way. Same thing with a woman, right? We are not physically, I don't care what these crazy ass women today say, all right? Just like I don't like men being in women's sports because men are biologically stronger than us, I don't think no woman should be fighting no man because men are stronger than us. What if you know they're trying to kill you? You had to give me the specific category of that. Because if somebody says, I'm going to kill you, you can't go pow pow. You ain't got no justification for that. He is putting up his dukes. He's putting up his fists. I'm going to kill you. No, you can't shoot him. You can't shoot him. Okay? So, again, those are circumstances where you can meet deadly force, all right, when you fear for your life. And I've learned that as a female police officer, because female police officers ain't gonna fight no man, because a man can take our gun, so we can just go ahead and shoot you. There you go. Not one woman Now, one woman who have shot a guy, a man while she was on duty has ever went to jail, because there you go. All right. If they're strong enough to take our guns. So you shoot to stop, not shoot to kill. You stop the threat of them taking a gun. Okay. Female police officers can shoot someone for not showing them their hands. They can, but I wouldn't have done that. That is true. If a female police officer has her gun on you and say, show me your hands, and you still keep your hands in your pocket, she can shoot you. I wouldn't have, though. I would be waiting to see if he was going to brandish a weapon or not. I'm patient. That's why I don't talk. I'm gonna say it twice. Show me your hands. I'm going to say it one more time. Show me your hands. And then I'm going to be quiet after that, because now I'm just laser focused on your hands. You've seen it in Baltimore. Yeah, it happens. Nothing was going to happen to her, though. No female police officer is going to go to jail for that. So those are the circumstances to where you can shoot someone in self-defense. But again, Chud is an able-bodied man. Joshua is an able-bodied man. Chud, whether Joshua hit him first or not, I'll go ahead and assume he hit him first. Chud's supposed to go ahead and throw blows. That's how that works. Not go for a gun, you old coward.
Like Chud, they don't have to agree with the content he makes. They don't have to, be a fan or not. But I do think that with what went down and the facts that we know right now, if they are in that manner, in that order, more than likely he's gonna have a pretty strong self-defense case. But the thing that people need to understand,
he's not gonna have. Stop listening to Myron. By the way, Myron is the one that says that the charges against Nick Fuentes was gonna get dropped, and he end up making a plea bargain because he knew he was gonna be found guilty. Myron is an idiot.
And me and you both know this. We talked about this last time we spoke. Whenever you have a high-profile case like this, like where someone that's high-profile was involved in an altercation or something happened, a lot of times the state's just going to make an arrest to absolve themselves of responsibility so that they can kind of be like, oh, we're going to pass the buck to grand jury. Like, this literally happened to you. So you know what I mean? You were innocent. We all know you were. Bitches are lie all the time. But they still had to try to, let's push it to the grand jury because, we don't want to deal with any type of fallout.
You can't compare. What? Hold on. Excuse me. Is he comparing Akademiks' civil case? Or am I missing some context here? Was Akademiks arrested for criminal charges or something? Did he try to shoot someone? The only thing I know about Akademiks is for a civil case. I don't know anything about a criminal case. What is he talking about? Oh, great. Oh, okay. With that girl, they dropped it. Okay, false equivalency. Okay, false equivalency. Okay, Ben. Let me see if I'm telling the. Let me see if I think I know what you're talking about. There was a woman that was in Akademiks' mansion, and two other guys. She said two other guys raped her, and that Akademiks also joined in, and that she filed charges after the fact. Not that day. The day that she said she was raped, she didn't go to the police. She went later, like weeks later. And okay. That is not the same. That is not. See, do you see what I'm saying? False equivalency. False equivalency. Myron does that a lot.
So when it comes to the Chud situation, the guy closed the distance on him, and typically whoever the closest the distance is the aggressor, and Tennessee has a stand your ground statute. So once he punched him, it's all, game's on now at this point. Right?
You cannot stand your ground. Only applies is when you're being overwhelmed and you have no other result. You can't result to nothing else. So I know a lot of black people don't like this, and I don't care. But the Trayvon Martin situation, was a stand your ground situation because Trayvon Martin was taking, oh God, what is his name? I should know the guy's name. Who was the one he was taking his head and he was... 2024, George Zimmerman. Trayvon Martin was beating the crap out of George Zimmerman. And Trayvon was on top of George Zimmerman, taking his head and pounding it in the ground, not the ground, the sidewalk, the cement sidewalk. George Zimmerman was losing consciousness. So whoever, here we go. This is a good example. That's the reason, this is technically the reason why he was found not guilty. And he took the gun and shot Trayvon Martin. That is a stand your ground situation. Okay? Where you fear for your life. You fear that this guy is going to kill you. Having your head pounded into the sidewalk over and over again, yeah, you can die that way. You can die that way. Chud, there was nothing that Joshua did to Chud that showed that Chud's life was in danger. That is, what Chud did was not stand your ground. Hence why he was charged with attempted murder. Men cannot use stand your ground because somebody else punched them. Men can't use stand your ground when somebody calls you names either. Stand your ground, of course, let's go ahead and read it. Let's go ahead and read the laws on stand your ground. Give the definition, the legal definition. Give the legal definition of stand your ground. Okay. All right, here we go. A stand your ground law is legal doctrine stating that an individual has no legal duty to retreat from a threat in any place they are lawfully present. It also allows them to use reasonable or deadly force to counter an imminent threat or death or serious bodily harm without first attempting to flee. Okay? So let's look at proportionality. Key legal components. I want you guys to look at this, okay? Key legal components. No duty to retreat. Reasonable belief. Force is only legally justified if the person has a reasonable belief that they are in immediate danger or death. You get punched in the face. How you think you in immediate danger of death? Lawful presence. Here we go. Proportionality. The response must be proportional to the threat. Deadly force is generally not justified solely to protect property. Now, this is very important with property because we have had several people go to jail because someone tried to break in their house, and once they saw a gun, they ran away and they got shot in the back. That's not a stand your ground, and that's not a castle doctrine either. But I did hear that's legal in Texas. Is that true? I heard that you could, if somebody try to break in your house and you shoot them and they walk running away, you don't go to jail. That's what I heard in Texas. Shot in the back is illegal in Texas. Oh, okay. Okay, did somebody did get shot in the back, but they was found not guilty or something like that? The comment Chud made about deleting a black person and a black people rioting as he got off shows premeditation. Oh yeah, baby, let me tell y'all something. Listen, we are not followers of Myron. I want y'all to know, all of y'all in this chat are intelligent enough to know Chud is going to go to jail, and he's going to serve a minimum of 15 years. A minimum, okay? This was absolutely premeditated, and it was instigated, and it wasn't proportional. You cannot, as a man, fight another man with a gun. If that's the case, you know how many men be dead? Someone tried to burglarize Bun B home, and he popped him. Bun B. Yeah, but did he pop him before? No. I want to know. You can't. Castle Doctrine gives you the right to shoot anyone in your house. But if they are retreating out of your house, you can't shoot them. You know what I mean? Well, let me only speak for Georgia. I can't speak for other states. If someone was to break into this house while I'm here, and I go, freeze over, pop, what in you? And he go, pune. I mean, when I say pune, he ran out the house. I can't shoot him. But if he doesn't go nowhere, he say, you ain't gonna do nothing, then bye. You gonna catch some rounds. So that's what I'm talking about. You have to. You cannot shoot someone in the back, and you also can't shoot anyone that's running away or whatever, something like that. So that's what I'm saying. Also, and the same thing with proportionality. If somebody, like, believe it or not, here's a very very extreme scenario. If somebody runs up to you with a bat, by the way, you could shoot them. But if they run and hit you really good in the head, but runs away, you can't shoot them either. So you can't use stand your ground for that either. The goal is to get them before they hit you with that bat. But if they got a baseball bat, you got to get them when they about to hit that swing, baby. You know what I'm saying? But if they hit you good and they got you real good in the head, and you fell down and you reach for your gun and you shoot them as they running away with the bat in their hand, you're going to get charged.
So I'm with you on most of this, and so the narrative I heard, it omits the part that he basically just says what's up and walks away, then the other guy approaches, right? So in the narrative I heard, he approached the guy. He's trying to have a conversation. The guy warns him. There is no walking away, so it appears that Chud walks up, and the guy warns him he have PTSD. Chud continues in the rhetoric back and forth. He then says the chimping out thing. A punch happens. But I'll dismiss what I've heard and go with what you've heard, just to continue the conversation.
Because the people I spoke to watched the stream. Like, I asked a couple of people that watched the stream, and that.
I warned you all when I first reported on this story. If you go to my first video about Chud going to the hospital and the black guy going to the hospital, you will see they probably deleted it now. When I uploaded that video, the white supporters of Chud would come in there and say that the black guy was dead. I know this trick. I understand this trick. It's to muddy the waters. These people have learned these techniques to put the lie out there so the lie can spread, so it can bring confusion. I'm very familiar with this tactic. It doesn't work on me. It worked on me back in 2018. It doesn't work on me now. I already know this. I've learned that tactic from the alt-right. So I put in my pinned comment, I said, the racist supporters of Chud is going around telling everybody that the black guy he shot is dead. This is not true. And once it was revealed that the black guy was not dead, it basically died out. And I think a lot of them deleted their comment. Why am I telling you this? What I'm telling you this is that they are going around on Twitter saying that I talked to a detective. This is what they're saying. They're just telling you stuff without showing you any proof. They're saying that, yo, Chud's going to be let free. We got word from a detective that works for the Nashville Police Department, and they saw the cam footage, and basically this is going to be ruled as self-defense. Don't believe anything that supports Chud until the case comes around, because these people, that's what they do. They go around and they lie. The disparaging remarks he called you is no different than Chud. I got nothing for that dweeb. What disparaging remarks? I don't get offended if Myron calls me a monkey. I also don't get offended if he calls me a man, because that means he wants me to fuck him like a bitch.
Boom, headshot.
Men who call black women males just want us to peg them. That's all that is. I'm definitely not upset about that, honey. Okay. There's nothing Myron can call me that's going to make me angry. And there's nothing that Myron can call me that's going to make me upset. But I know I found out through our fight what makes Myron upset. Myron doesn't like to... Oh, I call everybody monkeys, though. I don't think... No. I don't think monkeys should be designated to a race, though. I called him one. Okay, you understand where I'm coming from. Okay. No, listen. When you all see these people fight, you can easily know their weakness by fighting with them. I've learned through this fight that Myron hates to be reminded that he has a big following but low view counts. That makes him butthurt. I didn't even know that about him. I didn't know he was sensitive about his view count. 556,000 subscribers, and you only pulling 20 to 30,000 views? Yikes. And now that I know what bothers him, I know what to say to make him angry. Am I saying there's something somebody can say that's going to make me angry? Absolutely. There are something that someone can say to me that's going to make me angry. But I'm not going to let people know what it is. And let me tell you something. It ain't about my YouTube channel. It ain't about calling me a masculine woman, because I wear that proudly. Okay? And it ain't talking about my subscribers. It ain't none of that. Myron lays in bed with white men. Ain't that right, Myron? Tariq. Stop it. Okay? Yes, Tariq did say that in a debate that he had with Myron. Okay.
That's what they said.
Okay, perfect.
So there's a short conversation. The guy tells him, get out of here. He says, I can walk where I want and be where I want. It's a free country, something along those lines. He walks away. Then the guy closes the distance on him and makes...
That didn't happen. There was no walking away twice. So Myron is lying. There was... By the way, I don't even believe their version, because Myron lies a lot.
The remarks about, you better not say that N-word around me, or, say that chimping out shit, I got PTSD. And then he says, are you going to chimp out? And that's when he punched him. And then obviously the fight began.
And this is where, okay, so just addressing that. All right, if what you're saying is right, and I have really no reason to believe that it's just like a complete lie, so I'm going to go with it. So that happened. Well, self-defense is not utilizing deadly force, right? Like, I think deadly force, like, is defined by all 50 states, but even federally, is like If someone
Depends
slaps
on
you,
the level.
it has to reach. And this is the important distinction. I think a lot of people who like Chud or maybe supported in theory what he was doing, because he kept saying things like, "Hey, this is my First Amendment right, free speech." A lot of people didn't correct him in saying that, "Hey, listen, brother, you better go get a black belt or learn to squabble up."
Tariq Nasheed alluded he's going to pull up on Myron at the UCLA college. He can't get in. I had prepped a white friend of mine how to destroy Myron in the JQ. It's really easy. And this was a debate that Myron, this was his thing he had at the University of Florida. What y'all don't know is that Myron has this one chick that vets everyone before you walk up to the mic. It's not an open mic. Let me tell you what they do, which got my friend disqualified. You have to show a ID to that college that you're a current student at that college. That's vetting number one. The second thing they do is that she begins to talk to you, ask you some questions to see how knowledgeable you are. And if you're too knowledgeable, you're not on the list. And third, if you're a woman and you know how to debate and you're not into the whole patriarchy, the patriarchy, and you're triggering me. If you know how to shut them down and make good points, you won't get picked. And then even if you dumb yourself down, you have to be careful of dumbing yourself down, because even if you answer certain questions, if you pass all those vettings, if you make it to the point where she consider you, she has a suspicion that you are just trying to sabotage the situation, she won't let you there. If Tariq or anybody, this goes for anybody because I did work on sending somebody to try to get a nice viral clip. And I promise you, anybody sees Myron at any event, I want you, if you want to have a viral moment, find out when they take a list. There is no open mic. Find out when they take names to come up and talk to Myron. You have to be vetted first. You should film that woman. She has dark brown hair. I mean, like a sandy blonde hair, but it's a little brown. You will see her with her pen, and she will ask for your ID, ask to show your regular ID, to show your ID, your college ID, and then she's going to talk to you to make sure you are not smart.
Boom! Headshot!
Then, if you're one of these people who she thinks is not going to make Myron look stupid, then you're on the list. So I would tell Tariq, he can come if he want to. He's never going to be allowed at that mic. Because Myron is definitely afraid of being looked at like a dumbass. Okay? So, go ahead and tell Tariq that if he's trying to roll up, he won't be allowed on the mic. But if anybody is at any of these events that Myron is debating at, if you want to go viral, you should film the vetting process to show that Myron doesn't have an open mic where he would debate anybody.
Because what happens is, if someone spits on you, you can't shoot them. If someone knocks your hat off, you can't execute them.
Sure.
So even if I'm going with what you said, yes, I believe he was defending himself. But when you defend yourself, that's you fighting back. So it wouldn't be an assault charge if he had punched the guy back in the mouth or even beat the shit out of him. But when you grab a gun, and then that was, by the way, it's in his intent. He said it multiple times. Hey, I'm leaving a chimp's brain on the pavement. He's not saying that I hope no one threatens my life. He says these altercations where at times people are not even saying, I'm going to kill you. There's nothing that establishes, and you're a former law enforcement agent, so you know better than me. There's nothing that he could, articulate that says, hey, I am in fear of my life. Someone punching you in the mouth is not in fear of your life. He didn't say that. I heard that audio where you were telling the cop. He never said, oh, the guy was trying to grab my gun. He didn't say, hey, I'm about to shoot you with my gun. Basically,
he said I was protecting myself, which is not enough to shoot someone. And also, listen, and maybe I'm saying this because I'm a former police officer, but if you shoot someone and the police walks up to you and say, what's happening? What happened? What do you say, chat? So y'all gonna learn something over here on my channel. All 11 of you. Okay. Let's say, for instance, it is self-defense. Let's say it isn't. It doesn't matter. What do you say when the police say, hey, what happened? Tell me what happened here. You say nothing!
Boom, headshot!
You say nothing! You say nothing! He said, are you going to say anything? No! I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment. And they say, well, if you don't talk, then we're just going to arrest you. Then I will consult with my lawyer. You don't even have to say I want a lawyer. What you saying I want a lawyer for? You ain't get charged. You say nothing. I know it's hard because y'all got big mouths. I know it's hard. I know when a police officer, I know, we when I was a police officer, we used that intimidation to get you to talk. Shut up. Shut up. Chud was just talking, and understand, listen to the Miranda rights. Everything that you say can and will be used against you. It didn't say everything you said maybe help you out, maybe not. This is what your lawyer is for. Your lawyer is to be there to say, okay, we could tell the police this, but we don't tell the police that. But until you get your lawyer or whatever, you shut up. The only thing you have to do is you have to tell them your name and date of birth. You have to give your identity. You have to tell them who you are. But anything you say can and will be used against you. Not can and might and sorta kinda. It will be used against you, not for you, not to help your case, against you. Shut up. First thing Chud started doing is talking like a bird. Tell me something. He grabbed my gun and no, he didn't say grab my gun. He's like, well, I was just sitting there. I said, hey, y'all like the suit? And I had to pull my gun to protect myself. Baby, when I tell you he's done, when I tell you that this is the reason why his bail is still at $1 million, okay? So do I say I'm calling my lawyer? Only if you're charged. Why would you call your lawyer? You're not in handcuffs. You haven't been charged with anything. You say nothing. When you're in the only time you say I want to call my lawyer is if you're in the interrogation room and they say, okay, well, you have the right to talk, or you have the right to talk to an attorney. Then you say, I want to talk to an attorney. It's not hard, but this just goes to show you that these people are just as dumb because Chad did all that talking. And please believe me when I tell you this, chat. All 11 of you in my chat, I want you all 11 to know that those words he said on stream and to the police officer will be played in court, and they will be the smoking gun to show that he will go to jail. I'm at 12 now. Yay! There's a quote I heard on the show Desperate Housewife that goes, remember how does a fish get caught? He opens his mouth. Chud got caught because he opened his facts. Chud said, I had to protect myself. That is not constitution for deadly force. Okay? That's what I want you to say. So he is his own worst enemy because of what he said to the police officer. But I want you to know this. The fact that he incriminated his own self and that threat he made on his Twitter, plus the endless videos of him antagonizing innocent blacks that are working on their job, blacks that are minding their business. He's just going up to them and just basically antagonizing them. Baby, when I tell you he's going to do a minimum of 15, put your word on me. Put your money on my word. He's done. These idiots that support Chud can sit up here and chimp out all they want to. But I promise you, he will be found guilty if he does not do a plea deal. And I hope he doesn't. I hope he does plead innocent. Did he do a plea deal? No, hold on. No, he hasn't pleaded yet. I hope he does plead innocent. Because I know a lot of y'all who don't live down here in the South think it's so damn racist down here. It's not. Stop believing what these people are saying. Trust me, okay? The white people hate what Chud did, including the racist white people. Because let me tell you what the real racist white people are saying about Chud. Real racist white people said that Chud makes them look bad, and that real racists move in silence. You're not supposed to know who's the real racist. You're not supposed to go up and give black people warnings and like calling them words and stuff. That like they don't support that. So not only does the real racists as well as the non-racist whites hate what Chud did, but he's not liked to the point where his family had to basically go and move because they are now shunned by their own white friends because their son is a bastard named Dalton Earthly. He shot 7 times. 7 times is not. And by the way, how do you suck? A man is right here. Not only do you you hit him twice, but you hit yourself and you miss 4 other times. Somebody ain't been going to the gun range. And it's always these big mouth men. They think all they got to do is have a gun. And that's it. How do you miss 4 times, hit him twice, but you also graze yourself, idiot? He sucked at you suck at shooting. You suck at shooting. And the best thing, I'm going to tell you what's so wonderful about this, right? Chud is only big and bad because he had guns. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. Chud Second Amendment rights are stripped away. Those of us who live in the South, ain't nothing like having your Second Amendment. And I'm saying this as a woman. Oh my God. Perish the thought to lose your Second Amendment rights. He cannot carry a gun ever again. He can't carry bear mace either? You sure, Dominique? I don't know. I have to check into that, but I know I think that he can't. That's the thing. He only was talking crap because he had that gun. See, you're not big and bad if you have to walk around with a gun. You're a coward. You're a coward. Maybe he could get us some samurai sword out of road. He can't even shoot with a gun. What the hell you think he's gonna do with a samurai sword?
Me. I know you walk around with a gun. I walk around with a gun. There's a lot of Americans that walk around using and establishing their Second Amendment right, the right to bear arms, whether it's concealed or not. Usually, everybody's in the know of saying or understanding that it's not the first thing you use towards any type of violent or threatening altercation. If someone says, I'm gonna slap you, you can't shoot them and get away with it. If someone like bumps hard into you and you feel that was, like a act of aggression, you can't execute them. So someone punching this guy in the face, I think he had a severe misunderstanding for a while, thinking that if you touch him, he was well within his right to shoot you.
That's what he
and
thought.
You tell me if you believe that's legal. So I'm saying he's defending himself. I'm saying he's not right to defend himself with a gun.
Fair. So you're trying to make the argument that the proportionality was off, right?
Yes, because usually most laws say there has to be proportional force. Yes, in terms of responding.
Let's switch it out. Let's say it's a 5'2" girl. Same exact fact pattern. Can she shoot him?
Yes.
Boom, headshot.
Yes, she can. Yes, she. First of all, she's 5'2", you dumbass monkey. Okay. Yes, I'm using monkey. I use monkey for all races. Okay. It's not to know. He looks like one. I'm sorry. When I see that big old nose, gonzo nose. Okay. Yes. 5'2". How tall was Joshua? "5'9". Damn right she can shoot him.
Boom, headshot.
Now, if the man was 4'11" or 4'3", no, she can't shoot him. She's a woman, 5'2". Yes, she can shoot him. Oh my God, where am I? I done lost my space here. Okay, here we go. So, the answer is yes. Yes, she can shoot him.
After one punch, I would say no. I mean, it would be heavily debated.
One punch. I'm sorry. What? Akademiks is dumb as hell. A 5'9" man punches a 5'2" woman, and you're saying she doesn't have the right to shoot him? Men, do you think a woman is going to shake off a punch from a five? Sorry, let me phrase this correctly. Men, and I'm only talking to men. Men, if a 5'9" man punches a 5'2" woman, you think she can shake that off? You think she can go, oh? You hit like a bitch. Come on, man. Come on. You damn right she ain't gonna shake that off. This ain't cartoons. Act talking about one punch. He ain't even got to punch her. But if he did, absolutely she can shoot him. Ladies, please go. Listen, ladies, please go learn how to shoot. They have free self-defense classes. They have free shooting classes for women only. Okay? Go get yourself, go learn, stop being afraid of guns. If you live in a Second Amendment free state like down here in Georgia, honey. That's why I'm not living in Germany anymore, because when I realized that they don't have no self-defense laws down over there in Germany, I was like, oh, let me come back to America. So no, dumbass academics. Can somebody go teach dumbass academics the law? 5'2", she can't hit, not even after one punch. What the hell is he talking about?
Though, with the jury, I can imagine. Heavily debated. Okay. Right? Like, if it's like, oh, this has been my abuser, there's some history there, I'm really scared. Yes. In Chud's case, that's a tough sell. And again, here's my thing. He's been going around citing these, my First Amendment, my Second Amendment. But so you're going to roll the die on people thinking that your frame of mind was that you're scared or you thought your life was in danger when you're online saying for months, I'm going to leave a chimp's brain on the pavement. And he said it was a season finale. Like, all these, these things are not going to get tossed. He's not going to be lucky like Luigi Mangione, who just got the backpack tossed out. All of these things are going to be active in your case. Nothing,
so
and again.
So for Chud, you believe that his use of force wasn't proportionate to what happened to him.
Yes.
So I said, because you believe one punch doesn't constitute as justification for deadly force.
Yes.
Fair. Then I asked you, well, what if it was a 5'1" woman and this dude punched her?
It'd be a better case.
Shoot again?
It'd be a better case.
Right? It'd be a better case, right? Perfect. So what you just did there, I don't think what you just did there was you basically made it, for their girl, the force is reasonable. Right? But for Chud, I don't think so. And this is why.
Because she's a woman! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you serious? How? Oh my God! Academics can. The inbred who's constantly saying that men are physically superior than women, from the inbred that says that men are here to protect women. Why do we need protection there, boss? Because men are stronger than women. And this is the reason why Myron will never debate me outside of Fresh and Fit studio. Myron and Pugsy invited me to Fresh and Fit studio to debate. I said, why the hell would I put myself in that situation? You want to debate me, Myron? We have to be on a neutral platform where you can't shut off my mic, where you can't throw me out. He won't do it. This man constantly talk about how men are here to protect women and men are strong. And it's true. It's true that men are stronger than women. I don't think nobody here is disagreeing with that. Men, you know what? Every sniper and elite gun range instructor that I have ever learned was from a man. And I'm going to tell y'all something. White men with blue eyes, this is a statistical scientific fact, are better snipers than any race of men. They are just really good at long distance accurate shootings. They're very good at it. But men in general are better shooters than women. It's gray eyes. I thought it was blue eyes. You sure, Emerald? I don't feel like fact checking. I'll go ahead and let you think it. I don't know. But anyway, men are good protectors because they're physically superior. And this idiot talking about something, you're conflating a 5'2" woman with Chud, which is not, you're basically moved the goalpost, and he's saying that's not fair because it's a woman. How are, ladies, listen to me. If you ever date a guy and he says that he listens to Myron Gaines, run. If he says he listens to Fresh and Fit, run.
Self-defense is so important. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. It really doesn't matter what anyone thinks. The only thing that matters is the person that used the force and what was going on at their mind at the time of the act when they pulled the trigger.
That's not true. That's not true. It doesn't matter what a person thinks. You have to obey the law. If that was the case, then all crazy people can kill people all willy-nilly. Because all crazy people could say, well, this man beside me, which could be an imaginary person, said that this person's going to shoot me, so I shot him. And then the judge go, oh, well, if you thought that, then okay, I'm going to let you go. That's not it. Myron is so stupid. Guys, I'm not going to make it through this. We're going to do 30 minutes of this, and then I'm going to shut it down. Y'all cannot expect me to just, oh, my God, this guy. And Akademiks just doesn't know the law because he's an idiot. He just doesn't know these stupid ass, this rebuttal. Myron is literally saying that if a man thinks his life is in danger, he can shoot you. Thank you, Lord Tom. Yes, any red pill.
To use deadly force. And it's very important to know also, and I went into detail with this with a self-defense lawyer, one of the best lawyers in the country, and he also agrees with me.
Ronka is not a good self-defense lawyer. He's an idiot also. And he actually is not even a practicing attorney because nobody trusts his stupid ass.
When it comes to self-defense and using deadly force, within milliseconds, that decision can be made, right?
I agree.
This is what protects people from getting wrongly prosecuted when they have had a reasonable inclination to believe their life was in danger. For example, let's say you get into a road rage incident, right? Mm-hmm. You get out the car, the other dude gets out the car.
Yep.
He says, fuck you, act, blah, 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 all this other shit. And then you see him go like this, right? And you see something silver. You pull out your piece and you shoot him, dead.
Okay, you can't shoot him. You have to see the gun. Okay? If you see him first of all, that's why listen. Oh my God. If you go to the gun range and you practice drills, you ain't going to ever worry about shooting someone by accident. These stupid ass scenarios that inbred low IQ Myron is saying, it's just common sense. And I understand that I have previous police training, being a former police officer. But I'm telling you, you don't have to be in the army. You don't have to have had military training or police training. If you think that you may shoot someone by accident, then go do drills. Go do drills where there's searches, where a situation will come out and you don't have a real gun. You have, by the way, these are so much fun where you have a paintball, okay? You have a paintball and they're put you through scenarios to see if you're justifying shooting someone. So if you see something silver, you don't shoot. I don't think nobody's dumb enough to shoot until you see them lift something that looks like a gun, whether it's a BB gun, whether it's a toy gun, it doesn't matter. If it looks like a gun, then you can shoot. This is just this scenario that Myron is using is so low IQ and dumb and unrealistic. Nobody's going, I have never seen a situation, and you can't show me a situation where someone during road rage pulled out something silver and they got shot. That just doesn't happen. That has never happened.
Right?
Most likely to be that.
Right? And then, but you find out, it was a pocket
Look
knife.
at the dumbass act agreeing with this stupid.
Right? Or it was a cell phone. Well, now, would a reasonable person have reason to believe that after a car crash, right, a fender bender, and they're out on the street fighting each other, and the guy comes out aggressively and says some things about you, and then he reaches like this, you see the light shine on it, and you're like, no way, I'm not taking a chance, you shoot him. You could argue that you were acting reasonably given the fact
No, you cannot. You cannot. You will go to jail. You will go to jail, you dumbass. You will go to jail. You cannot say that. Even if you say that, that's not a defense. It's like, you know how dumb this is? This is like saying, oh, I couldn't shoot him if he made me mad. I didn't know that was against the law. And what, Chad? What is the judge going to say? Come on, say it together. Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Why do I say all this? I say all this to say, we don't know what was going on when Chud was assaulted, and for us to dismiss it and say, oh, he got punched one time in the face, that doesn't constitute as deadly force. We can't say that. let's say he got hit in the back of the head. Let's say he got hit in an area where it knocked the wind out of him and he wouldn't be able to defend himself. Let's say he got a hold of his mace. I know this dude carries mace around with him, right? So we don't know all the different provoking factors that led to Chud pulling the trigger, but when it comes to self-defense, it's never based on what the 2020 hindsight is, like me and you were doing. It's based on what was known to Chud at the time he pulled the trigger. That's the only thing that matters.
And what you're doing right now is an amazing defense attorney.
No, he's not. He ain't even doing a good, amazing defense attorney. The gray areas, no one will know even when training how they will react in real time because of the shock of the situation, and all situations aren't the same, and it's hard to stay calm and think twice. I totally disagree. I completely disagree. And when I tell you I'm disagreeing with you, it's because I did act the way I was trained in civilian mode. That is a lie. And I will not let y'all spread that lie. You react how you train. You want to know how you're going to react when in a situation, you train. It's like I have not played basketball in years. You give me a basketball, I'm probably going to hit nothing but bricks. Why? I haven't trained. But when I'm doing drills, when I'm familiar with my weapon, when I understand the recoil, when I say recoil, RECOIL, okay? When I understand the distance and I understand the scenario and I put myself through scenarios, first of all, you come up in here, that's it.
Boom, headshot.
You can come in here without a weapon. You ain't even gotta have no weapon, and I'm going to end you because you broke into my house. But if I'm out on the street and we have a fender bender and we're arguing, I'm watching your hands. Why? Because I was trained to do that. I'm watching your movements. I was trained to do that. I'm watching the people in the car to make sure that they don't surround me because I'm trained to do that. I don't believe in, you're not going to react how you're trained. That's not true. Training helps, but being in a state of fear, which is never experienced in the training, but I agree with you, you were more experienced. Yeah, but see, fear helps with the training, Michael. I'm going to be afraid, but I'm trained. Do you understand? Like, hear me out. Listen, when you go through boot camp in military training, all right? Boot camp is military training for war. And I don't know, I've never been through military training. You are taught certain type of techniques.
Anonymous just tipped $10. Hey, Tree, there is a way you can appropriately call out bad behavior, but what show?
What is going on? What is happening? What is happening with my donation? Oh my God! You know what I just realized? That was my first donation. Y'all don't love me. Y'all not giving me no donations, no super chats. Hold on a second. Whoever donated that, hold on a second. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with my Kickbot.
Monica L just tipped $5. Thank you for all the knowledge you share. My girlfriends and I meet up at the range at least twice a month to run drills.
I love to hear that. Thank you. Please don't stop. All right, Jay, thank you so much for the $2. Ida Road, was that your donation? Ida Road, the anonymous one? Michael, thank you so much for the $5. Great content. Keep it up. Hold on. You donated through Stream Elements. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. You donated through Stream Elements. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. You sure did, Outer Roads. I'm so sorry. Outer Roads. Outer Roads gave me $50. How come it didn't play? Oh my God, Outer Roads, I'm so sorry. You gave me $50. Let me read what you said. I did. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this. I'm gonna have to fix this. You said your skin just be glowing. You're looking delicious and nutritious, tree. Lord have mercy. It's shea butter, baby. It's shea butter. I'm telling you, it's shea butter. Okay. Hazard Code, thank you so much. We love you back. Hold on, let me go back to thanks, Outer Road. Hold on, let me go to the Kickbot though. Cause that just malfunctioned. Oh God. Oh, they changed the. Okay, here we go. Okay, Anonymous said. Let me see if we can play it again.
Anonymous just tipped $10. Hey, Tree, there is a way you can appropriately call out bad behavior, but what Chud...
What Chud did was... Oh, God. Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, what Chud did was bad. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you guys for giving me some love. All 11, sorry. What did y'all say? I got 12 in here now? I don't know what's going on with the Donald Trump voice, okay? Yes, Chud is a criminal. He is. He is a convicted criminal. He has a criminal record.
And like, if I'm his attorney, I'm hiring.
Did I finish making my point? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me finish making my point. Okay, yeah, I got 13 followers. Yes. Listen, I'm saying this as a woman. Okay, when you train, when that situation comes up, the fear is there, but it's not as intense. And I'm not going to put my business out there. I'm speaking from experience. Are you going to be afraid? Yes. But would you rather be afraid, train, or would you rather be afraid, untrained? When these men go through basic training and they go through boot camp, when they literally are out on the field, actually in a war, they are afraid, but they are trained. And when you are trained, you have more chances of making the right decisions as well as staying alive than when you are untrained. Training is very important. Am I going to tell you, you're going to be like, you're not going to be in a shooting situation and be like, this is nothing, pow, pow. No, your adrenaline is going to rush and there's that. But you don't make stupid decisions when you are trained. I don't want anybody to downplay. There is no gray area. I rebuke that and I disagree vehemently. That is no such thing as a gray area. Get training and you're prepared. When you're not trained, you're ill prepared, and that is when you make the worst decisions. Okay. Dream for the love of the game. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Okay. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why I want women. Because, see, guys, come on, y'all. Y'all have to be careful what y'all saying here because women are scary. I'm trying to get these women to tell y'all that you can't nut in them. I mean, you're going to make it hard for me to get them to get guns to protect themselves when you ain't around. You know what I mean? Y'all making my... Come on, let's give some, you know, positive reinforcement to the women. Because, you know what I'm saying? We want them to not be like, you know, ass out when, you know, if you're not around, men. And that's what I want to help with my white female followers, okay? Because they have been conditioned to wait on the men to protect them, and then next thing you know, like the man ain't around, and next thing you know, she just surrenders. She doesn't even fight back, which I hate. I hate that. I hate that not fighting back. Okay, let's.
Former law enforcement agent as an expert witness in a jiffy, but there's a few things to consider, right? First and foremost, the reason why he's doing all these things is going to end up hurting him, right? The fact that there's actually audio recorded at the moment where he's even explaining it, and it's now to the world, where he literally explains how it happened. He says, well, I went up to the guy. The guy says, hey, whatever, he doesn't want to kind of engage. He says, yo, you better not see that chimping thing. I got PTSD. He explains that. None of his explanation said I was in fear for my life. Now, granted, you know, that's not the only time he's going to have...
He said he had to defend himself.
Okay,
but it's also, here's
that's a huge range.
Defending himself is not mean that he can use deadly force resulting to a gun because he got punched in the face. Dumbass.
That's a huge range, right? Like he hasn't established where he feels it, like he's in fear of his life. He says the guy punches him. He never says, hey.
No, you don't have to fear for your life, Ak. It could be, it's not just that. It's not just.
You do! You have to have fear of your life, or you have to basically fear of serious bodily injury. Chud didn't have any of those. He was punched in the face. And he can't even shoot. Do y'all understand how stupid it is that you got a man right up here and you can only get 2 rounds in his body, but you shoot yourself and 4 other rounds go all over the other place? Those of us who shoot, those of us who know how to shoot, we understand how inferior this is. We understand how this clown said, did I shoot myself? Did I shoot myself? Oh, did I get myself? How did you shoot yourself, Chud? You suck at shooting. And he was trigger happy. You shoot off 7 rounds and only 3 land. 2 in the guy and 1 on you. When I tell you he gonna go to jail, 15 years minimum. I can't wait till this is over, so you can basically quote me and then quote Myron and see which one of us is right. You know what I mean?
You feel like you're going to die. It could be serious bodily injury too.
Okay.
Serious bodily injury can also constitute for deadly force, right?
But he didn't say he was saying I was defending myself. He didn't say I thought he was going to basically like knock me out or give me brain injury or break my leg or whatever. He didn't say any of this.
Let's say you're a diabetic, right? And you know that your sugar's low. This dude comes up to you and hits you, right? You already start seeing stars. Well, now, if you pull out a gun and shoot him, right? Because according to what you're saying, you're like, oh, a punch doesn't constitute as justification for deadly force. My argument to that is it can, depending on who the individual is.
No, it can't! Did I just hear this right? Did I just hear this this right? Did this clown say if you're a diabetic and you're low on blood sugar, that if somebody punches you, you can shoot them because you have low sugar? Can we watch something else, guys? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What y'all want to watch? Can we watch something else? What y'all want to watch? I don't want to watch no more. I'm done. This is retarded. This is retarded. This idiot said if somebody is a diabetic and they're low on blood sugar, they can shoot you because their sugar is low. Okay, come on. Y'all give me let's take some requests. Okay. Come on. I'm being here for 30 more minutes. I don't want to watch no more of this. Oh no, wait a minute, 15 more minutes. I don't want to watch no more of this. I don't want to watch no more of this. No, we not gonna watch no Teletubbies. They both rode the short bus. Can we watch the Dancing Bird video? What's the Dancing Birds video? What is a Dancing Birds video? Oh God, dude. MRW, a lot of people are going to go to jail listening to Myron. This clown said if you are low on blood sugar and you get hit, that gives you enough to go to using deadly force. Holy smokes. I tap out. Okay? I tap out. Look at Tree. Look at Axe's face right now on pause. Oh my God. Can you recommend some firearm training channels? I can't because a lot of them were taken off YouTube and some of them were demonetized. There was this one channel I really liked that had some Navy SEALs on there and one Marine on there. They were so good in techniques, but that was so long. That was 2014. They're not even on there anymore. But I don't think there's any bad training videos on firearms. But Brooklyn Queen. Oh, you're in Brooklyn. Never mind. I was gonna say, is there a shooting range over there by you? But I don't think so, huh? I don't think so. I mean, oh, I got something we can watch really quick. I got something we can watch. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to meet my, listen, y'all ready to meet my baby daddy? Y'all ready to meet my baby daddy?
Hello, everyone.
Here go my baby daddy.
This is Running on Empty Food Review.
He gonna review Kentucky Fried Chicken, y'all. Okay?
Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome on and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food
Y'all see my
Review
baby
series.
daddy?
I'm your host, the report of the week. Thank you for checking in. I was.
Oh, you're in Kentucky. Okay, well, girl. Girl, hold on. Girl. There are some very good shooting ranges and classes in Kentucky, all over Kentucky, as a matter of fact. I would say, let me just say this. I'd rather you look up a shooting range. The best places that are shooting range are also the places that sell guns as well. I suggest you go to them and then ask them when is women's night, or do they have programs for women, because shooting is totally different. You don't have to have a gun either. Shooting a gun personally is not the same as when you're watching some shooting videos is not the same as in shooting in person, unless you are professionally trained. So when you professionally trained and you look at some shooting videos where they teach you some different techniques, where they teach you some different spotting techniques and things like that, then you can like apply that when you're running drills in your own home or whatever. But I recommend women and men to go and be comfortable with shooting first and have someone teach you. I'd rather you do that, you know what I'm saying, than learn through the internet. There's just some things I don't recommend the internet for beginners. So there's that.
Ahead of things this time around with the good old finger swipe in the intro, and that's for good reason, because I was so enthused to try out this release that I was getting ahead of myself. You know how it is when it comes to these whoops, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Well, I'll let you be the judge. Very bad joke. This is overpriced. This is horribly overpriced, egregiously overpriced. But maybe this will be one of the rare cases with fast food these days where you'll actually get what you pay for.
You guys shouldn't be eating fast food, by the way. I just want y'all to know, because it's got so much chemicals and salt and other kind of bad stuff in it. It's just not good for you. Trans fat.
Though I highly doubt it, but we will see. Maybe I'll be wrong. I want KFC to prove me wrong. I want to sit here groveling. I paid $16 for this.
You what?
This bucket. So these are some nice overpriced tenders and nuggets, and I only got this for the 2 sauces. I don't really think anyone cares that much, but it's a boneless bucket right there. All right.
$16? That cost $16? That cost $16? That's $16? Chat, that's $16? Chat. How many tenders is that? That's 1, 2. I don't even know if this is smaller. And them nasty ass fries. KFC has some nasty ass French fries. Michael said I'm hungry now. Don't go buy this, Michael. I'm gonna get mad at you. If you buy this damn thing, I'm gonna come over there and hunt you. Well, I'm not dead. I guess I'll come. I'll send some voodoo ghost to go hunt you. $16. He's in America. He's an American. He live in Florida. You didn't see the soda though? Jay, he didn't spend no $16 on that and a soda. He spent $16 on this bucket of chicken tenders and French fries. You so crazy. Jay said you ain't see the soda though. Look at you. Oh no! $16, dude. the fries alone ain't even worth $2.
There it is. The boneless bucket. Did they even include all the nuggets? Guess they did. They're on the small side, I'll tell you that. Alright, mostly I'm just going to review the sauces, and I'll just give a single score for the whole thing. First, I will just take a bite out of one of the nuggets just to try the base. Not bad. Can't really complain. Tender. Nice blend of seasoning atop, but doesn't compensate for the price, if you ask me. I just look at this and I think, what am I even paying all of this extra for, you know? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, these prices, I tell you. Egregious. So, and yes, that's going to skew my rating for this, absolutely. This is going to deduct points. Unbelievable. But if it's good, if everything else is good, I will strongly emphasize that point. So the honey chili crisp sauce. This is meant for everything to be dipped in, and usually the base from the nuggets and the tenders is the same, so that's just what I wanted to establish, just so that there's nothing horribly wrong with the chicken. There isn't, which is good. And now, this is supposed to be sweetness.
$16. That sauce better give me superpowers. Is the soda ambrosia? Y'all stop it with the soda jokes, okay? You all should be outraged over this bucket of chicken tenders with them hard-ass fries. It's $16. $16.
And heat. Let's find out if it's good or not.
He don't like it. He don't like it. He don't like it. I can just tell by his facial expression. He doesn't like it.
The name, I think, makes the sauce sound better than it really is.
You can see his facial expression. You can see his facial expression. He does not like it.
So far, not so good. Honey chili crisp. I mean, it sounds promising. And sometimes you get these sweet chili sauces that are actually really good.
Yeah, he's very skinny. I think he just has a high metabolism. That's why he can do these reviews on fast food and not get fat. You know? So since he has a high metabolism, that's why he can this guy has been doing food reviews for over a decade and he hasn't gotten fat yet. And all he does is fast foods. He does Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, KFC, Church's Chicken. He literally ate some nasty, greasy-ass Church's Chicken. Now, I will say Church's Chicken has some good biscuits. I should know, because when I was clowning TPUSA, I had to go buy some biscuits because I was eating it when I was playing a character called Shaquita. And while I was eating it, I was like, God, I got to make sure that I eat these biscuits because they're going to be tasting good. And I'm sorry. I don't like nothing from Church's. Even when I ate chicken, I never ate anything from Church's Chicken. But their biscuits are so delicious. Their biscuits are really good. So when I went to go when I needed a big plate of biscuits, I made sure they came from Church's Chicken.
You know, I only have good things to say about. This, on the other hand, I taste very little in the way of sweetness, which the first word is honey, and it's emphasized sweetness and heat. It's not sweet, and it's mildly spicy. This almost tastes more oddly to me like a vinaigrette of sorts.
Ew.
Which doesn't work well with the chicken, I can tell you that. At least what this is, whatever this is supposed to be. and I'm not a fan of it. I would pass on it. The nugget honestly tastes better without any of the sauce, so we are off to a bad start. I should emphasize, as far as a drink goes, by the way, I got Dr. Pepper this time round.
They still sell Dr. Pepper? I thought Dr. Pepper went out of business. Or was that RC? That sound like the sauce was off. Yeah, he didn't like that. Yeah, they go AJ, they go your dad going drink soda Dr. Pepper. Ew. He probably just eats on camera. Probably. I didn't know Dr. Pepper was still around. You have Dr. Pepper in your fridge, Nina? For real? Oh, RC is the one that went out of business? Probably. Yeah, probably. Okay. All right. We'll look at a little bit of this, and then I'll talk to you, and then we'll shut it down.
So, that sauce is a lost cause. And this is jalapeno ranch. It does appear to be boneless, though this is a little more structured. So, I mean, there might still be like small bones. You know those really small bones they say that exist in the inner ear? Wouldn't say that's impossible to have them in that sauce, so I do doubt it. I mean, it is the boneless bucket. So, this is supposed to be a creamy ranch sauce with cilantro and jalapeno for what they call a fresh, herb-forward kick. It sounds good, but honestly, I have very low expectations at this point. I'm expecting very little out of this, honestly, but I want to be pleasantly surprised. Come on, KFC. Let's make this worth all of the money that I spent on this. Let's do it. Bring it home, KFC. I'm sorry, I can't take this seriously. I'm just rolling with it and making the most of this.
Nope, you don't like that either.
I find it amusing that both of these sauces are emphasized for their spicy aspect, which they both lack. The spice for the jalapeno ranch is as mild as it gets, barely even there. If I wasn't already told in advance, based on reading about it, and in the name, of course, I wouldn't be able to tell that this was a jalapeno sauce in the slightest. Likewise, this sauce has no kick. I couldn't even identify it as a ranch-based sauce. I do taste the cilantro, amusingly. That's the one thing that I taste. And it isn't a bad flavor. You know, it does have like an herbal element to it. It's not as bad as the last sauce was. This is more just inoffensive. It's kind of just there. I would say it doesn't contribute positively to the chicken in any way, shape, or form. But it doesn't negatively detract from it either. It's just kind of, it's something, I would say it exists. And that's really about it. Herb-forward kick, though, is what this doesn't have. No kick. None whatsoever. No.
I don't think we need to watch any more of this, right? He does not like his food that he pays $16 for, okay? He hates it. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to my favorite. We're going to spend the rest of the time just talking, and then I'll shut it down. So, ladies, guys, don't go to KFC and get that. You guys, hold on. First of all, I would like more of you to eat not like your own food at home and learn and just cook your own food, or at least buy. Those of you who are too busy to cook your own food, you know what's good right now? You know, just get somebody's mama and pay them $10 to make you a plate, and you'll get home cooked nutritional food. And you know what, ladies? this is a good business deal. This is a good business venture because a lot of people are like want to get away from. They want to get away from all these fast food restaurants and all those chemical laden plates that they be selling. And you could just make your own food, home cooked food, like some baked chicken or some fried fish or baked fish, or, and make sure you have some coleslaw and some salad and stuff like that. And you'll make a killing. You'll make a killing. $16. Anyway. All right. So, God, dude, I couldn't listen to Myron no more after that. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't. I am not listening to them. I'm so glad we can get off. Like, I think, hold on. When is Chud, let's see. When is Chud's next court date? I want to go so bad, chat. It's July the 17th. Oh, wait. No. This is another case. Sorry. Wait. This is another case. This ain't the red. So his next appearance is July the 17th for a separate misdemeanor charge. Oh, that's nothing. Grand jury move. The case will now be reviewed by the Montgomery County Grand Jury. Okay, so they don't have a court case yet for that. Okay. They don't have a court case for that. So. So if any one of y'all want to, I just made some chicken. What is that, tikka? What is chicken tikka? So if any of y'all want to pay for some home cooked food, okay. All right. Okay, guys. All right. So we'll go ahead and shut it down. I want to thank Tree. What's your opinion on dolphins? I like dolphins. Oh no, I know who you are. I shouldn't have answered that. I know. Get out of my chat, damn it. No, just chicken tikka. I ain't seen you in years. Oh, God. I think I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and make this video. And then I'm going to... Thanks for streaming. See you next time. Thanks for coming, everybody. I appreciate you all. I appreciate all 12 of you coming to my tiny little stream. We have such a good time. Just us little small 12 people. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donations. Thank you. And see me on the next video. The next video will be up tomorrow. I don't know what time, but when y'all wake up, it'll be up. So I'll be reacting so y'all can shut up about the whole Abbas thing and Libby and all this other stuff, okay? So you'll get my opinion. It won't surprise any of you all. So it is what it is, okay? Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the comments of my next video. Later, taters. Bye. Have a good night. And Be safe. Bye.